everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rica Casabuena from ECE31, and for another episode of Digital Electronics, we'll be discussing about experiment number 2, the universal gates. But before that, let's have first the introduction. Our objectives are to understand the universal gate's nature of operation and to construct the basic logic gates using combinational universal gates. Now, what are universal gates? Universal gates are advantageous gates which can implement any Boolean function without the need to use any other gate type. The NAND and NOR gates are examples. Now that you're ready, let's start! For our first circuit, we'll be needing a 7400 IC and a 360 ohm resistor and an LED including your connecting wires. First, connect the 360 ohm resistor to the third pin of the IC and then connect an LED in series with the resistor. Take note of the positive and negative terminal of the LED. And then we'll be putting our inputs. The A input will be your white connecting wire. This will be to the first pin of your IC. And then the second input will be the color orange wire. This will be our B input. This is connected to the second pin of our IC. And then let's not forget the proper grounding of our circuit. Let's connect the 7th pin of the integrated circuit to the ground, and then don't forget to ground our LED. Okay, and of course do not forget our VCC, which is connected to our voltage supply. So yeah, so this will be our circuit. Now for our truth table, don't forget that the white wire will be the input A and the B wire will be the color orange. Now for the first input, we'll be having both of the wires connected to 0. Okay, so let's turn on our voltage supply. So let's connect them to 0, which is our ground. So as you can see, umilaw yung ating LED light. Yan. So makikita, umilaw siya. So for our second, we'll be having 0 si A, 1 si B. So connected siya sa voltage supply. Then, umilaw pa din siya. Our third connection, 1, okay, 1 si A, 0 si B. So makikita mo, umilaw pa din siya. And for our last input combinations, we'll be having both of them connected to the voltage supply with A as 1 and B as 1. Makikita mo na hindi siya umilaw. So that's our truth table for the figure number 1, which is the NAND gate. For our second circuit, we will be needing a 7404 and a 7408 IC. Now, following our circuit, we will be connecting a 360 ohm to second pin of our 7404 IC. Taking note na hindi dapat nakakonect yung resistor sa ating 7408 IC. Let's connect an LED in series with our resistor. Take note ulit no anode and cathode ng LED. Let's connect the 1A pin of 7404 to the 1Y pin of our 7408 IC. Now, input A will be on 1B pin or the second pin of 7408, and input P will be on 1A pin of our 7408 IC. Don't forget the proper grounding of our circuit, wherein the ground pin of our ICs will be connected to the ground. And also, don't forget the connection of our VCC, both of our IC, to the VCC or the voltage supply. Also, don't forget yung grounding ng ating LED dahil hindi yan iilaw kapag walang proper grounding. So yan yung itsura ng circuit natin for the figure 2. Now, for our truth table, remember that white connecting wire is A and orange is B. So, let's turn on our voltage supply. So, if both of the inputs are connected to 0, which is ground, as you can see, umiilaw yung LED. Kapag naman 0 si A, 1 si B, umiilaw pa rin yung LED. Kapag naman 1 si A and 0 si B, makikita mong umiilaw pa rin yung LED. Lastly, kapag naman both of the inputs A and B are 1, then the LED has been turned off. So that's our truth table. Now, for our part 3, or operation using NAND gates, we will be needing a 7400 IC for the connection. Let's first connect the pin 1 and 2 of the IC. Now, connect natin yung pin 3 to 10. So this is 8, 9, and 10. Yeah. Now, let's connect the pin 4 and the pin 5. So this is pin 4 and this is pin 5. Now, connect the pin 6. This is the pin 6 to pin number 9. Now, for our output, let's connect again a 360 ohm resistor to the pin number 8 of the IC, and then don't forget the LED in series with our resistor. Take note of the polarity. Let's put input A dun sa connection nung pin number 1 and 2. So yan, white is for input A. And the yellow connecting wire will be for our input B, connected sa connection ng pin number 4 and 5. Then, let's not forget our grounding. Okay, para umilaw yung ating LED. Don't forget to ground your IC as well. And don't forget our VCC connection. So, this will be our circuit for figure number 3. Now, for our truth table, let's turn on the voltage supply. If both inputs, input A is 0 and input B is 0, as you can see, the light is turned off. If input A is 0 and input B is 1, the light is turned on. If the connection is interchanged, B is 0 and the A is 1, light is turned on. And if both of the inputs A and B is 1, then the light is turned on as well. So that's for part 3. Now, for our part 4 and operation using NAND gate, we will be using again a 7400 integrated circuit. We have our input, which is A, connected to the pin number 1 of our IC, and B is connected to our pin number 2. Now, the pin number 4 and 5 of the IC is connected. Also, the pin number 3 is connected to the connection of the pin number 4 and 5. Okay, so let's connect it. Now for our output, again, let's connect a 360 ohm resistor to the 6th pin of our IC. And again, don't forget our LED, which is in series with our resistor. And the most important of all is the role of your grounding in making the LED turned on. Okay, so let's ground our IC, our output, which is our LED, and let's put our VCC connection like this one. Okay, so for the part 4, this will be our circuit. Now for our part 4's truth table, remember, white is for A, orange is for B. If both of the input is at 0, you can see the LED is off. If A is 0 and B is 1, again, the LED is off. If it is interchange, A is 1 and B is 0, again, the LED is off. And if both of the input is in 1, the LED is turned on. That's the truth table for part 4. Now, for our part 5, NOR operation using NAND gates. Still, we will be needing a 7400 integrated circuit and the materials that we need before. So, in the circuit, you can see that the pin 1 and 2 of the IC is connected. Okay, so yan. Then, pin 3 is connected to the pin number 10 of our integrated circuit. So that's 8, 9, 10. Then, pin 4 and 5 is connected as well. Okay, and pin 6 is connected to the pin number 9 of our integrated circuit. So here it is. And pin number 12 and 13 is connected. And the connection of these two is connected to pin number 8. Our output will be connected to pin number 11. So dito. So connect natin siya dito. Yung pin number 11. Then again, let's connect a 360 ohm resistor in series with our connecting wire. And then of course, don't forget your LED. That will serve as your output. Now, let's ground all of our components. So dito sa ground. Then don't forget to ground our integrated circuit para umilaw yung LED. Then of course, don't forget our VCC, which is connected to our voltage supply. Don't forget our inputs. So A is connected to pin number 1 and 2. Okay, so white is for A. And our orange wire for B is connected sa pin number 4 and 5 of our IC. So, yan siya. Ganito ang magiging itsura ng ating circuit for part 5. Now, for part 5's truth table, so let's turn on the voltage supply. So, if both of the input A and B is 0, okay, so yan. So, as you can see, umilaw yung LED. Then, if A is 0 and B is 1, the LED has been turned off. If we interchange the inputs, so si A naman yung nasa 1, again, the LED is turned off. And lastly, if both inputs A and B is in 1, again, turn off pa rin yung LED. Now, for part 6, or operation using NOR gate, we'll be needing a 7402 integrated circuit. Connecting the circuit, we can see that the pin number 5 and 6 of our integrated circuit is connected, and yung connection nila is connected to our pin number 1, which is ito. Then, after that, let's have our inputs A and B. So, sa input A ay connected sa pin number 2 ng ating IC, and input B is connected to the pin number 3 of our IC. And then, our output will be connected to pin number 4. So, lagay tayo dito ng connecting wire. Then, dito natin ilalagay yung ating output. Okay. Then, don't forget our 360 ohm resistor for our output. So, dito yan. Dito tayo maglagay. And then, don't forget our LED, which will be our indicator. Okay? So, don't forget our groundings. So, don't forget to ground the 7th pin of our integrated circuit, the grounding for our resistor para umilaw siya. That's really needed. Okay? And also, don't forget our VCC connection to the voltage supply. So, ganito magiging itsura ng ating circuit for part 6. Now, for part 6 truth table, so again, if input A and B will be in 0, okay, as you can see, hindi siya umilaw. If A input is in 0 and B is in 1, we can see, okay, na umilaw yung ating LED. If we interchange the connection, okay, si A naman sa 1 and si B sa 0, you can see na umiilaw pa rin yung ating LED. And of course, lastly, if we will have both of the inputs connected to 1, okay, which is our voltage supply, umiilaw pa rin yung ating LED. So, that's for our truth table. Now, for our part 7, and operation using NOR gate, we'll be again needing 7402 integrated circuit. Now, connecting the circuit, we can see that the pin number 2 of our IC is connected to pin number 3. Then, pin number 5 is connected to pin number 6. Okay, katulad niyan. Okay. Then, yung dalawa nating inputs, input A is connected sa connection ng pin number 2 and 3, and input B is connected sa connection ng pin number 5 and 6. Pin number 1 is connected to pin number 8 dito sa kabila. Pin number 4, which is ito, connected siya sa pin number 9 dito sa kabila. Then our output will be in pin number 10. So again, dito sa pin na to, magko-connect tayo ng resistor and 360 ohm resistor and an LED in series with the 360 ohm resistor. So connect tayo dito. And connect tayo ng ating LED. Don't forget the grounding of our components. So ito si LED. Let's ground it here. And don't forget the grounding of our VCC or of our integrated circuit, the 7th pin. Okay, ground natin siya. And don't forget our VCC or our voltage supply connection. So for our part 7, ganito yung magiging itsura ng ating circuit. So, if both of our input A and B is at 0, hindi umilaw yung ating LED. If A is 0 and B is 1, hindi ulit umilaw yung ating LED. If we interchange the inputs, okay, if input B is 0 and A is 1, again, hindi ulit umilaw yung ating LED. And lastly, if both of the inputs are at 1, okay, so connected sa voltage supply, now, umilaw na yung ating LED. So, that's our truth table for part number 7. Now, for part 8, NAND operation using NOR gate, we will be needing a 7402 integrated circuit. As you can see, pin number 2 of the IC is connected to pin number 3. Pin number 5 is connected to pin number 6, just like this one. Then, pin number 1 is connected to pin number 8 of our IC. So, dito yun. Then, pin number 4 is connected to pin number 9. Pin number 11 is connected to pin number 12. And pin number 11 and 12 is connected to pin number 10. Now, we will be having our output at pin number 13. So, dito siya, bago mag-VCC. Lagyan natin siya dito. Then, we'll be connecting again a 360 ohm resistor, okay, sa ating pin number 13. Don't forget our LED. And then after that, we will be having our inputs. Sa input A ay connected sa connection ng pin number 2 and 3. So, dito siya. And si input B ay connected sa connection ng 5 and 6. So, probably dito siya. Then, don't forget our groundings. Don't forget to ground our integrated circuit here. And then our LED here, our output. And of course, do not forget our VCC or voltage supply. Okay, so our circuit is set. So this is our circuit for the last part. Now, for our truth table for the last part, again, for A is 0 and B is 0, the LED has been turned on. If A is 0 and B is 1, the LED is still turned on. If we interchange the inputs, so our B will be 0, again, the LED is turned on. And lastly, if both of the inputs are 1, contradictingly, the LED is turned off. So that's for our last circuit experiment. As a conclusion, a NAND gate is an AND gate followed by an inverter. The NAND output is the complement of the AND output. Meanwhile, the NOR gate is a circuit combining the logic functions of an OR gate and an inverter. The NOR output is the complement of the OR output. For our recommendation, don't forget the proper connections and grounding of our circuit, and of course, the correct polarity of our integrated circuits considering the notch and pin configurations. So, that's all for our experiment number 2, the universal gates. I hope you learned something from our digital electronics episode today, and I hope that I will be seeing you again on our next episodes. See you and enjoy! Bye!